Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Guys, Gacha game's dying. And I'm sorry to say, but it was bound to happen eventually. Right? Now, with a Gacha game dying, it's not necessarily a bad thing. If anything, it opens the avenue for games to be better. Now, when I say by what Gacha game is dying, it's not necessarily the games or the gameplay, just the general predatory monetization that comes with the Gacha games. You know, more and more companies are shying away from the 50-50 model of let's see how much you'll really enjoy the game depending on how much you want to throw at the game monetary wise. Now, that's great for players and streamers and content creators and everybody else because you can focus on actually being able to play the game and have fun with the game without having to throw money at the game to be able to play it on a monthly basis, right? Now, it's honestly a win-win altogether because with them taking out the 50-50 like Anada is, it opens up a new avenue for people to focus on different things instead of selling you characters and saying that it's content. They're going to sell you actual content like cosmetics for your characters or different open world, different things going on. They can sell you cosmetics for like cars or whatever, just cosmetics in general, things to make you want to play the game more, not just things to let you play the game in general. So with more and more companies and more games leaning away from the 50-50 model, we can actually see an increase in uh, the structure of the games, the actual gameplay behind it to make things better. And honestly, I'm excited for it because realistically, the 50-50 model, it's just pseudo gambling. And it's not even gambling for good things. Like, you don't get anything out of it. You're throwing money to gamble for pixels that really don't do anything for you, right? And it's just purely predatory, and I cannot wait for things to get better because it was doomed to fail from the start. Like, eventually people are going to wise up. People are going to be like, you know what? It looks like a good game, but am I really going to have fun playing it? Maybe for the first month or two, but once they start throwing more and more characters out, they start doing power creep things of this character does so much damage, or these new enemies are so powerful. But if you have the new character, it makes it easy. So throw $100 to $200 and get the new character and make everything fun, make everything easy. That was only going to last for so long, realistically. I mean, some people might like it, but that's just people that want to be at a casino um, and just throw their money away for no reason. It's like I said, it's worse than a casino, actually. But you know, it's really gonna improve the scene. Now there are gonna be some people that are lagging behind. Now I do like uh the new games coming out. You know, we got Chaos Zero Nightmare looking like a great game, but it's also gonna have that 50-50 model with the banner and everything like that. That we don't know how much currency you're gonna be getting, so we don't know how free to play friendly it is. Now, with the games like Anada, and then there's games that are pseudo going away from the 50-50 system, like Enfield. Enfield's kind of going away from it in a way where you're basically guaranteed within a certain amount of pools to get the character you want. And they're trying to lean away from people just throwing money and just throwing pools endlessly. They're trying to persuade you at least a little bit to save things up and just get the character and get out and not constantly throw money at it. Now, it's still a 50-50 system, but they're trying to pivot away. And a lot of companies are doing that, and I feel like the companies that pivot away successfully and create a model that can entice people to want to spend money on things they don't think they need, a lot more games are going to get more popularity because they're not going to be seen as predatory. They're not going to be seen as they just want to throw pretty things at you just to get money, right? They're going to have good gameplay behind it to want you to stay with the game, and then they're going to throw good cosmetics, good extra things to make you want to stay with the game. They're not gonna, like everybody has been, throw money, be able to play the new character. If you don't have money, then I guess you're out of luck. So hopefully more and more people pivot to that kind of model, and more people accept that kind of model, and try and shy away from the older games that are really trying to be predatory, i.e. Genshin Impact. Realistically, they were so predatory they had to actually fix their systems because of certain streamers complaining about it and showing it off a little too much. But, you know, I think this is going a good way, and I hope more people continue on this path. And, you know, I've said my piece. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the new process. If you like them pivoting away, or if you want them to stay with it for whatever reason, just let me know. And thank you all for watching. Have a good one. Peace.